Alright, everybody, welcome back. Figured we'd mess around in Haven a little bit before heading off to our next destination. First and foremost, upgrade our gear a little bit. Party's a little stronger now. We just got Sera, who's like my all-time favorite ever, and Vivienne, who's actually a real bitch, but she's a real powerful mage. She's awesome to have in the parties, so, you know, I'll set her politics and her own personal agenda aside for the fact that she can come in and wreck shop. Actually, she's really, honestly, a better healing mage than Solus is. Really. Solus kind of does his own thing. When you get into their specialties later on, Solus is a little more selfish than Vivienne is. She's definitely a great team buff. She's a super battery as far as just keeping the team on their feet. That's crazy. Great for Nightmare. Great for Nightmare runs. Having her around, she'll probably eventually be a staple in the party. Pretty much, you know, like the go-to. Although, I like Solus a lot better. I think Solus is very cool. He's very wise, real even-tempered. He has, you know, he has some of his own little quirks, but overall, he's pretty cool, man. But we have Sera. You know, she's like my favorite. Love the way she talks and acts and thinks. I actually share just about all of her opinions. So, yeah, she's pretty cool. Okay, now I made a couple fire-resistant arm pieces here, which is the only schematics I had on hand. I'm not running around buying a whole bunch of armor schematics right now or any of that. I'm going to pretty much see what I can find before it comes down to the point that I'm actually looking for certain specific things, like maybe to fight a particular kind of enemy or something. I'll look at all that later when I actually need it, but for right now, I'll go with what I have. You know, if I have something on hand and I can make it, well, that's cool. If I don't, I'm not suffering too bad without it, so I'm not really going to worry about it too much. Right now, these sets of armor that I made for myself and Cassandra, considering we're the ones that are, you know, drawing the better portion of the heat out there and while we're fighting, 92 is a huge advantage over 72 right now. 20 points of armor rating is just, yeah, that's huge. May not seem like a whole lot until you actually go into fight, and things that were, you know, 2 and 3 shotting you before barely doing any damage at all, and it's like, wow, you know, how much of a difference does that make? It's huge. I don't know exactly how the numbers are crunched when you're actually fighting, but yeah, it's a big difference right now. Later on, maybe not so much, but right now it's huge. So I think we're set, at least for the time being. We need to make any more armor for a while. Odds are I'm probably going to find some armor that's even better than that here shortly. I'm not depending on that, but I kind of expect to find at least one, you know, reinforced defender mail or something like that that might have, at this level, probably about 100, 102 rating, something like that, which is an improvement over this. There's another party member or two that we're going to be grabbing here very shortly, so I'll need armor for them also. So if I do find some better stuff, maybe equip it and pass along what I'm wearing to the next guy. Something like that.
So, this is it, huh? Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. That would have been hilarious if you were a man, right? Wasted. Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
I'm pretty sure the Conclave proved it's not that easy.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Why? Because someone yelled it real loud. Make them prove it. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
Right. They should know it's a simple job. End all war. Stitch the sky. The easy one first, of course.
You're daft, yeah? Most people get special, they lose their snark. Can't see how stupid it all is. I think I'll like you, Lady Herald. Maybe you are a little touched, yeah?
I think I'll enjoy having you around, Sera. I hope you'll feel the same.
Woof. See you, Herald. Herald. I have to do something about that.
Man, she is so cool. Really cool. The way she's voice acted, her whole character, face expression, just all that. I can't say enough about the job they did on this character. It's amazing.
Chasing the Lord Seeker, I hear. Anyone who thinks they need Lord in front of the name, that's bad. Bet he's got a portrait taller than he is. That's your first clue to a total arse. Fact.
I was wondering if you could look at some locks for me.
What, the doors under the chantry?
You know about them.
Places have doors. I just wasn't interested in poking through some sister's breeches. Good to know about you, though. Consider them open, yeah?
Awesome. Now I'm going to go through everybody's dialogue at some point. I'll just come here and essentially it's once I get the 4 Inquisition perks unlocked, where I get maximum XP for unlocking all the codexes, because each time you go through all the dialogue with one of your, followers, party members, whatever, when the people here at camp, oh man, you might unlock anywhere from, 1 or 2 to 5 or 6 different codexes. So I'll just do that all at once, and there's going to be a huge chunk of XP that I get at some point. I'll come here to Haven, and I'll go read all these codexes that are laying everywhere, sit in the tavern for a while, or there's a way you can kind of run away from the tavern and run back, and you can unlock all the songs that they're singing in the tavern. Those count as codexes. I've already unlocked a few just from, like talking to Sera and stuff, but come through, listen to every song there is to offer, read everything that's everywhere all around Haven, and then talk to everybody. And just do that in one fell swoop, and probably walk away with, oh geez, 3,000 XP? Something like that. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. It's one big chunk. There's a certain point in the game where kind of got to get everything that we can out of Haven. Talking to Solus is pretty cool. Just about everything you say to him gains approval with him. He's pretty likable. Alright, now I don't have... I already upgraded this once. I need a bunch of Prophet's Laurel. I thought I had 2 Royal Elf Roots. Damn it. Alright, well, whatever. Well, as soon as we get back to the hinterlands, we'll spawn at that main camp, and just literally down the hill is a Royal Elf Root, and I need to make sure to grab that. I actually... At the top of my head, I know I need 3. 1 more to upgrade my potion, and then 2 for side quests. So, yeah. Alright, just gotta remember to do that.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard? My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree. We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk. They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave, the same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with. In the meantime, we should consider other options.
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious. That does sound odd. I agree. The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease. And if he can't? Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Alright, so we are getting the ball rolling on gathering more party members. It was well known before the game was even released that Blackwall would be a follower, so she mentions him, so now we have him unlocked, or at least the ability to go talk to him, go meet him.
I met an elven mage earlier. Solus, I believe he was called. I admit I was surprised. I didn't expect to find mages among the Inquisition. Tell me, why were you at the Divine Conclave?
The war benefits no one. It must end, and order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
That's why you wanted to be here, to have a hand in deciding that fate.
Wouldn't you? For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
Once this is over, the task of speaking for the Maker will be the Chantry's problem again.
That's reassuring to hear. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
Alright, now we can talk to her one more time.
Yes?
Is there anything I can do to help your efforts at restoring the Circle?
After the Circles fell, their libraries were plundered by scavengers. 1,000 years of recorded knowledge in the hands of bandits. It makes me sick to think of it. I've received news that some tomes have been located, if you are interested in righting this wrong.
I'll look into it for you.
If you can take care of this matter, the Circle would be in your debt.
Alright, so we need to find some books for her. Those will be out in our travels. Varric in his Red Lyrium, and Vivienne in her books. Sure, our other followers will have different tasks for us to do while we're out wandering. Sera is apparently good to her word. Unlocked all these doors down here that were previously locked. If we hadn't found a Dawn Lotus yet, odds are we'd probably find one down here in one of those boxes. Alright, I will come back down here and read all that stuff later. For right now, let that be. I need to go unlock some missions at the war table. Go send people out to go do some stuff. While we're off busy doing other things, they can be doing their thing, and then we can come back and collect our rewards later. Sounds good to me. Alright, now there's an amulet of power for Iron Bull. We don't even have him yet, but
Chancellor Roderick came to speak with me.
hold that in our back
Would you
pocket.
try not to antagonize him?
If I offend the man so easily, perhaps he should try leaving me alone.
And there's an amulet of power for Varric, so there we go. 2 extra ability points for our followers. Let's see who can get this done the quickest. I don't think it matters who we send to get these. It's just it's a grenade recipe, but it's one that I definitely want. These are usually good for at least a few points of influence, if nothing else.
At your service.
Some of them, they just come back with a handful of gold, but, you know, I'll take it. And I think, depending on who you send on that one, you can actually either gain or lose some approval from Sera.
Let's see what we have.
I need to think about that. Figure out who I'm going to send on that. Alright, now, I want to go to the Storm Coast, but you know what? I think I need to talk to somebody first to get Iron Bull to appear there, and we'll grab him while we're there. Save us a little time, actually. Yeah, he should have a messenger right out here.
You built for them the golden city, the center of all creation.
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
What's the message?
We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bull's charges can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
What can your bull's charges offer the Inquisition?
We're loyal, we're tough, and we don't break contracts. Ask around Val Royeaux. We've got references. You lead a company yourself, right? So you know talk is cheap. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
What should I know about your commander?
Iron Bull. He's a Canary like you. He's big, he's got the horns and all of it. He leads from the front. He pays well and he's a lot smarter than the last bastard I worked for. Best of all, he's professional. We accept contracts with whoever makes the first real offer. You're the first time he's gone out of his way to pick a side.
Why did your commander send us this information?
Iron Bull wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
We'll consider your offer.
I appreciate it. We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
And that's what we will do. Alright, now I think we can head that way. You know what? Matter of fact, let me talk to Leliana real quick. I don't know if this unlocks further dialogue later, but let me go ahead and get this out of there. There's no codexes with this or anything.
The just,
I don't think.
blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood. To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing? You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
How is this a game?
Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
Don't ask me. I'm as baffled as you are.
You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come, to work then. We will speak later.
I get the bitterness, and you see it a lot. The majority of people as regards religion these days, and it stems from some poor thinking, and
It's true.
it's almost like a virus.
Stand on us. I hope my hunch was wrong.
You knew him well?
Not as well as I thought. Show me the reports. There were so many questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Faria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
Glad to see traitors are dealt with quickly.
We must do whatever it takes to protect our interests. I am pleased that you agree.
It's good to know that protecting the Inquisition is a priority for you.
Of course. I do not neglect my responsibilities. We will make the Inquisition a force to fear. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
And to clarify my personal view on that, and it is a big issue here and in the real world too, I notice a lot of people will blame God for things, and then if they are convinced that God didn't do it, then they blame him for letting it happen, all right? And the whole time, the power to do bad stuff is in their hands, and that's what people do, is bad stuff when they have the power to do so, right? And then put it off on God when bad things happen. Of course, when you do bad stuff, it ends badly. And then, they blame God for that. But if they didn't have the power to make their own choices, then they would be blaming God for not having the freedom of choice. So it's a lose-lose-lose there, and people are to blame the entire time. And, well, that's just the way it is. Not liking it doesn't make it not so. Anyway. I mean, the point comes up there real strong. It's a source of Leliana's inner struggle there. She's struggling with her faith, obviously. She's bitter about the bad things that have happened. Of course, she wants to blame God for it, and it's people doing it the whole time.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
Yeah, that's the way it usually goes.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
Thank you, your worship. That's a relief. The soldiers didn't have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
I love Scout Harding. She's so awesome. So awesome. All right. And from here, we will venture forth, go find Iron Bull. Maybe do a few other things while we're here. Fill some of these requisitions would be nice. We go ahead and equip everybody with potions. I hate putting them in my party, not thinking about it, and then getting into a fight and realizing they don't have these on hand. Usually at the worst possible moment when I could actually use one, so we'll go ahead and make sure everybody has some right now. Now that's how you do a dragon in a video game.
I've news, sir.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
Dragons are so epic in this. Oh, man. Alright, so we need to go find some Deep Stalker hides and some other stuff. Alright, our work is cut out for us, and this is where we'll start on the next one, here in the Storm Coast. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to subscribe, hit that button over my head. If you want some more Inquisition, click that top box. And then for a complete list of all my video playlists, click the bottom box. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Alright, bye-bye.